Welcome back, guys, to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, where, in the middle of a case, we have proven our first contradiction and presented our first piece of evidence to move things forward. A little bit of a misspelling is keeping us in the game currently, so let's find out what else Gumshoe has to say as he testifies once again, and find what else we can poke at as we continue on with Justice for All. Officer Prince and Officer Bird had been going out for about half a year. It sounded like they were even talking about marriage. The day of the incident just happened to be the victim's birthday, sir. Officer Bird had gotten Officer Prince a present. It was something she had brought over 2 months ago. I should know, because she came to me to ask what she should get for him. Oh, those two sound like they were close. Nevertheless, tragedy struck. Yes, I see. You may cross-examine the witness, Mr. Wright. So we shall. Officer Prince and Officer Bird have been going out for about half a year. Hold it! As much information as possible, please. How do you know about this? Every year in March, we have a training camp for us cops. Officer Bird was a rookie at the time. She and Officer Prince seemed to hit it off. They got close, I take it. Actually, I was supposed to go too, but I couldn't pay the deposit for the trip, so I didn't. If only I had gone on that trip. Oh, what is it? Oh, nothing, sir. Really. Anyway, did someone want to get in there for the girl first? It sounded like they were even talking about marriage. That's pretty serious then. Marriage? Wasn't the victim 8 years older than her? What? You saying a guy's gotta marry someone the same age as himself, pal? No, that's not what I meant at all. Detective Gumshoe and Dustin were only a year apart, you know? Ugh. I think this fella has a ways to go before marriage. Mind your own business, pal! It's like he knows. The day of the incident just happened to be the victim's birthday, sir. Well, that's unfortunate. The day of the incident? You mean September 6th? Yeah. The victim, Officer Prince, just gotten off duty at 5:30 PM that day. And since Maggie's night shift hadn't started yet, they went to the park for a bit. Ah, I remember when I was young and in love. Oh, it was a jolly time. That's great, Your Honor. I'm glad you're such a cheerful old man. Officer Bird had gotten Officer Prince a present. Hold it! You seem to know a lot about the defendant. Well, that's because, I'm her boss, and I've got to watch out for my subordinates. Someone definitely wanted to get in there to get the girl. But even what she was going to give a present? Isn't that going a bit too far? Hey, pal, watch what you say! I know everything that happens under me. If someone so much as scratches there... I really don't need to know that much. Mr. Wright, please refrain from badgering the witness. I badger Gumshoe for a living. I agree. Even if this witness has a crush on the defendant, oh, he said out loud. That should not be the point of discussion at this time. Whoa, wait a second. Why are we talking about this? It's all your fault, pal. You're guilty, guilty, guilty. I should have you arrested. I think the good detective is about done here. It was something she had brought over 2 months ago. What was it, though? It seems to be important considering the conversations going there. Over 2 months ago? Yep, she's a very considerate woman, pal. So, what was this birthday present? She got him a glove. A single glove? Why would she only give him one? Actually, Your Honor, the glove in question is a baseball glove. Oh, I see. A baseball glove. Officer Prince was a huge baseball fan. A baseball glove? Press further. Just now, I believe you said that the present was something she had bought over 2 months ago. Yeah. Are you saying she bought the glove at a store that far in advance? Nah, nothing like that, pal. Then, what is it like? She ordered it. It was custom made. Custom made? The glove was custom made? Yep, that's what I said. So the glove was custom made.
Your Honor, I really don't see how this glove is related to this case.
Yes, it would seem that there is little relevance. What do you think, Mr. Wright? Do you think this glove is really relevant to this case? Well, I'm guessing, considering the fact it was on his birthday, that she intended to give it to him at the time. So where's the glove currently? I don't know where this will lead me, but... Of course it is relevant. That glove is the key to this whole case. Is it? Yes, bluffing to the max. Now this is the Mr. Wright I know. I'm so happy you're back, sir. I was wondering how long it'd take. This is great. Pressing people. It feels like I've done this before. As if I used to do this to squeeze information from even the most tight-lipped people. Very well. If you are that convinced, then let's hear some more about the matter. Actually, I brought the glove with me today. And? Why didn't you say so earlier? Hurry and show the glove to the court. Well, I didn't think it had anything to do with this case. Anyway, this is it, sir. It's, rather yellow, isn't it? A baseball glove has been added to the court record. Officer Prince really liked the color yellow. And that's why you had to special order it? Yup, that's right. That and one other reason. I think this court has heard enough. It is clear that the victim and the defendant were involved with each other. Yes, that's correct, Your Honor. Oh, that's the wrong voice. Now, if that is true, it brings up an important question. Was the name Maggie really written by the victim?
I see your point, Your Honor. Detective Gumshoe, please tell the court a little more about the name on the ground.
Yes, sir. We first looked into the handwriting, sir. Unfortunately, we couldn't confirm that it was the victim's handwriting. Next, we checked the victim's pointer finger. We found that there was sand trapped under the victim's fingernail. There was also scratches on his skin that were caused by him writing on the ground. From this, we could confirm that the victim wrote this name with his right hand. A broken neck, being able to write way to the side, I don't know. Yes, a perfectly logical conclusion. Now then, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Plus, I pretty much think he was pre-dead. Thank you, Your Honor. Like, from the fall. Kinda dead. We first looked into the handwriting. Tell me what you found. But can you really determine handwriting based on a sample written in sand? Ha! This is why amateurs are amateurs. We're not a bunch of simpletons, pal. Scientific investigation in this country is actually pretty good. I believe it's time to get back to the real point.
Agreed, Your Honor. So what was the result of the investigation?
Unfortunately, we couldn't confirm that it was the victim's handwriting. Obviously, it wasn't very good, or you're more to the point saying it's so good, they could say it's not the handwriting.
Hold it!
So in the end, you couldn't confirm it? Hey, don't you look down on us! I told you, we're not a bunch of simpletons, pal. Everyone knows you can't find out everything you want with scientific investigation. I've never heard that before.
Me neither.
Nor I. I never heard anything like that at the police academy, sir. Okay, so I made it up. Anyway. Next, we checked the victim's pointer finger.
Hold it!
His pointer finger? You know, the one you're always pointing and waving around in people's faces? Ha ha ha. Don't tell me it bothers you. Every time you do it, I have a mini heart attack. It's like you're trying to kill me, pal.
In any case, you examined the victim's index finger, correct?
Yeah, we figured there should be something on his finger if he had been writing in sand. And the results? We found that there was sand trapped under the victim's fingernail. That could have been from the fall itself. And what does that prove? He was in sand. Well, it proves that he did write that name with his own finger. He did.
Yes, which explains why there was sand stuck under his nail.
I guess he's right. I don't think so. And there's more. There were also scratches on her skin that were caused by him writing on the ground.
Hold it!
Scratches on his skin. Yep, you can't see them with your naked eye, but they're there. That is incredible! Sure is. That's the power of scientific investigation. They're so small that we had to use a magnifying glass, like a really strong one. It's got a really scientific sounding name. You mean a microscope? Yeah, that's it. We used one of those and that's how we found them. I can't believe this guy doesn't know what a microscope is. From this, we can confirm that the victim wrote this name with his right hand.
Hold it!
Are you absolutely sure? I believe in the power of science. I wonder if my evidence is solid enough to counter with, considering we're talking about hands. This is obviously the point here. Now, I am English, but there was a time where I went to university, and during that time, the World Series baseball was on, and I think it was the Boston Red, or was it the White Sox? One of the sock colours. Now, if you're a Boston Red Sox or a White Sox fan, I'm pretty sure you're going to be offended by me not knowing which one, but in that year, which I would have been about 12 years ago now, they won the World Series, like completely, one of the Boston teams. So I've watched a bit of baseball, and therefore I know a little bit about it to say enough that they wear the mitt in general on their weak hand. So it would have been not the writing hand, and that is a right-handed glove, sir. Enough about baseball I know for being English. I hope the Americans appreciate my knowledge there. But yeah, I think this is the point here. He would write with his left hand if that was the case. Not that he couldn't write with his other hand, mind you. He might be ambidextrous, as most kind of left-handed people kind of end up being mostly because they live in a right-handed world. It's not a great way to be, but you know, not a great way to be. I mean, living in a right-handed world, you can't really help that, but that's my chop logic there. That's my chop logic. And also Maggie said one other reason. I think we've talked enough though at this point and talked myself into my own pit holes and dilemmas here. But I think that is solid enough evidence to counter, personally. Listening to this, you would think there was only one conclusion. The name was definitely written by the victim. But don't you think that would be really strange, sir? If Dustin really wrote that message with his right hand, do you think I would have gone through that much trouble to get him his present? Present? What about it? She's literally telling me now. It is the glove. So that's what we're presenting regardless. If I didn't have that knowledge, it would have given me the clue right there that I needed. Detective Gumshoe, take a look at this. That's the glove, right? Could you tell the court what is special about this glove? What's special? Never really thought about it, but it's really yellow. And that's about it. Yes, it's really yellow, but that is only one of its qualities. Huh? There's another reason why it's special. And what would that be? It's very simple. This glove is made for a left-handed person. Left-handed? Why, you're absolutely right. Now I'm left. This glove is made to be worn on the right hand. That is why it had to be custom made. I never seen a bright yellow left-hander's glove for sale. Have you? Well, no. So, detective, which hand did the victim use to write the name with again? That's easy. Look, it's obvious from this picture that it was his... Wait a sec. Don't forget the victim was left-handed. Ah!
I object.
Overruled. Mr. Wright, I would like to know what your line of reasoning proves. There's only one conclusion that can be drawn. A left-handed person could not have written a message with his right hand. Therefore, the person who wrote the name Maggie could not have been the victim. Now, I think there's quite a lot of left-handed people that would be insulted by this video so far, because very talented people, because they have forced by the world to use both. Whereas us right-handers are lazy and barely bother. The person who wrote the name Maggie could not have been the victim. Order! Order! When you think about it that way, then yes. It is not possible that this name was written by the victim himself. And that means Maggie is...
No, it's not possible!
Mr. Payne!
Yes, Your Honor?
The evidence the prosecution has presented has failed to prove the defendant's guilt. In fact, I believe you have proven her to be innocent.
No!
Alright. You did it, Mr. Wright! Phew, I feel like I can breathe again. It seems that we have reached the conclusion. You did a fine job once again, Mr. Wright. Me, Your Honor? Well, thank you, sir. See? You got complimented by the judge again. You're really good. And that's why you can't give up being a lawyer, sir. Are you joking? I'm more than ready to retire. I will now announce my verdict. This court finds the defendant, Maggie Bird.
No, not yet.
We knew it couldn't end, because we haven't seen a certain person. One who knocked me out cold.
I mean, please give me a few more minutes, Your Honor.
What is the meaning of this, Mr. Payne?
The prosecution is not finished yet.
What do you mean?
We would like to call our next witness to the stand.
What? And what did this witness witness?
The moment the victim was pushed to his death. What's more, he saw the very face of the culprit.
What the heck? Order! Order in the court! I believe a recess is in order. Afterward, we will hear from this new witness. I have a feeling that was a bit too easy. I need more information. I'll have to see what I can find out during this recess. I can't let my guard down. It's only going to get tougher from here. Court is adjourned for recess. As we come across a to be continued marker. It will ask me to save, will it? Or not? Well, we'll save it up to this point. As we have our major black screen. And move onwards. September 8th, 11:43 AM. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 1. Amnesia? Oh, so I told her then. I can't believe my lawyer's trying to defend me in such a state. It's working.
Why didn't you tell me, sir?
I'm sorry. I didn't mention it to you.
Oh, I know what to do. I heard you can fix something like this with a really strong shock to your system. Come on, lower your head a little. A Maggie kick should be all you need. No. I think I'll pass on this one. Come on! I'm sorry. Whenever I see someone in trouble, I have a hard time leaving them alone. I tend to stick my nose where it doesn't belong and try to tackle everyone's problems. Well, my head's one problem you won't be tackling today. Well, we're here to solve your problem first. We can deal with mine later. For now, do you think you can fill me in on a few things? Of course! I'd be honored to. Well, I guess we'll start with my name and then I can tell you about me. No, that's okay. Really, I think I know you and your name pretty well by now. I was wondering if you could help me figure out a few things about myself. So my name is Phoenix Wright. What a weird name. This is serious. You really don't remember. I'll tell you what, sir. You can have this back, and maybe it'll help. This is a business card? I got this from you. It's my most prized possession. You can borrow it for now, but please give it back, okay? Okay. There's some numbers written on the back. Oh, that's your cell phone number. Phoenix's business card has been added to the court record. I guess for now we should stop talking about me and start talking about this case. This case? Yup. Can you think of anything that would be helpful for me to know? What can I tell you? I can't think of anything other than the incident with that cell phone, but... Cell phone? Yeah, your eyes lit up when we talked about it at the detention center, sir. Hurry up and tell me then. This might be very important. Okay, Roger. It was on the day of the crime, just before 6 p.m. I picked up a lost cell phone while on a walk with Dustin. All of a sudden, the phone began to ring. Hello? Oh, thank you. I've been searching for my phone. I think I know who it might be. Is this yours? Oh, I'm glad you called. We can meet up and I can give this back. I'll be right there. I'm sorry. I didn't catch your name. You can call me Maggie. Ah, where he learned the name to write. We agreed to meet up at 6 p.m. Dustin and I waited for the person to show up, but they never did.
So where's the phone you found now?
I gave it to you yesterday.
Huh? To me?
Is it that phone in my pocket?
You mean this?
Do you think it has anything to do with the murder?
I don't really know. But if my eyes lit up... Ah! You were here all along! Who is this? Let's find out next time on Phoenix Wright, Justice for All. Join me then! As we continue on with the case with a little bit of a more clued up Phoenix. I doubt it very much. I'll see you around. Bye-bye.